had exceeded 40%. Several local authorities said this month that public places from supermarkets to train stations will check vaccination credentials and record the personal details of unvaccinated visitors in order to encourage more people to get vaccinated. And catch Radio Thailand's early news for more updates around the clock at FM 88 and also online at nbt.prd.go.th. อัมกระจ่างวิทย์เจาะจิตสวัสดีครับ
Brought to you by Scotch. Cleanse your body daily with the new Scotch Puree Celery Drink.
This is Radio Thailand News.
MFA updates.
Good morning. สวัสดีครับ This is MFA update. We explore the foreign affairs and international events that matter. Today, we will be focusing on Vietnam. What have we recently observed about Thailand's economic and investment opportunities, as well as COVID-19 situation in Vietnam? We interviewed Aphirat Sukhonthapirom Napathalung, Consul General at Royal Thai Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City. Hello, greeting from Thailand. สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ Hello.
It's a pleasure to have you with us today. This is another day that we're gonna talk about something constructive regarding our relations in recent years. First of all, could you give us some background on economic cooperation between Thailand and Vietnam?
With pleasure. Economic cooperation between the two countries has been quite robust indeed. Overall, Thailand is currently ranked the 9th in accumulated FDI foreign direct investment in Vietnam, valuing $12.78 billion as of 20th of June, 20th of June, just last month. So we are a big investor in Vietnam indeed. The accumulated FDI, those investment of the first 6 months of this year, the Thai also ranked number 9 as well, valuing $236.5 million. So we are a big investor here. In terms of trade, the trade balance, Thailand has been the top trading partner with Vietnam within ASEAN. According to statistics of the General Department of Vietnam Customs, the two-way trade value between Thailand and Vietnam during January to May this year is around approximately valued at $8 billion, which is an increase of 28.7%, almost 30%, comparing to the same period in 2020 last year. Thailand and Vietnam we also have set a target that we would like to achieve of having two-way trade valuing $25 billion in trade balance by 2020 as agreed upon by leaders of the two countries. Right now we are enjoying trade surplus with our Vietnamese friend, but what we said is the value of two-way trade of the targeted $25 billion by 2025. 200 Thai companies doing business in Vietnam. Food processing, retails. We have 2 supermarkets from Thailand here. Industrial park management, agriculture and agro-business, aquaculture, construction materials, banking. 4 Thai banks already in Vietnam, CP Vietnam, SCG Vietnam, the Bangkok Bank, Amata Vietnam, and the Plakapong Ta Sang for the 3 lady cooks can study.
Yeah, relations in trade and investment area really takes off in these modern days. And Vietnam's development over the past 30 years has been remarkable. The country also the fastest growing economy in Southeast Asia. So now, could you share your views on Vietnam's economic landscape and its positioning in Southeast Asia today?
I agree with you, Kun Vanachai, that the growth rate of the Vietnamese economy lately before the COVID-19 pandemic was quite impressive, I have to say. And even with the pandemic right now with us, unfortunately, and it's not going to go away very soon. Last year, Vietnam managed to grow as well, considering the pandemic that the world are facing. Last year's economic figures of Vietnam is still quite impressive. Despite the COVID-19 pandemics, the Vietnamese GDP last year growth at about 2.9%, almost 3%, which is quite okay. As for this year, the year of 2021, the ADB, the Asian Development Bank, forecasted that the Vietnamese economy will grow 6.7%, but that was before the latest wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Expected at the time to be 6.7% growth, which is quite indeed impressive. The country can effectively contain the spread of COVID-19. They said that Vietnam will achieve the GDP growth of 5.6 to 5.8% this year. Again, with this new wave, we have to wait and see.
Yeah.
In Ho Chi Minh City, if I may tell you, Kun Vanachai and our listeners, Ho Chi Minh City is, as you may know already, the hub of the economic hub of the country. Surrounding Ho Chi Minh City is what we call the Southern Key Economic Region, or SKER, consisting of Ho Chi Minh City itself, the province of Bình Dương, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu, Đồng Nai, Long An, and Tây Ninh. This Southern Key Economic Region is the center of the economic activity of in Vietnam at the national level as well, contributing to 40%, almost half of the national GDP, and 42% of Vietnam's total foreign direct investment (FDI). SKER is a leading zone for advanced manufacturing, and it is encouraging investments in the knowledge-based and high-tech industry and services. Key sectors include, electronics, software, IT, telecom, high-tech agriculture production, processing, which are the primary drivers of future investment. There is also quite an interesting development very late last year, towards the end of 2020. The new city under the current Ho Chi Minh City, which is located at the eastern side of Ho Chi Minh City, cover the former area of districts 2, district 9, and the two cities under the Ho Chi Minh City have been given the status of a new city, totaling 211 square kilometers. This is one of the showcases of economic development that the Ho Chi Minh City leaders are very proud of.
Yeah.
They are in their vision. Thu Duc City is going to be developed into a smart city as well as a technological, digital, and financial hub of the country with strong linkage to international business world. It is estimated that the Thu Duc City will generate 30% of the GRDP of Ho Chi Minh City, equaling to 7% of the whole country, Vietnam's GDP.
All right, let's get to know what are interesting there further in the southern city of Ho Chi Minh, one of the two most important cities in Vietnam apart from Hanoi. Could you tell us about what are the key benefits and opportunities for doing business and investment in Ho Chi Minh City or the southern Vietnam at large?
Yes, thank you very much indeed, Kun Vanachai. Vietnam has a population of 98 million people as of last with about 55 million people in labor force. So
huge.
The size of the population combined with the number of employment can be translated into big purchasing power of Vietnamese consumers, which is very interesting for us, for business people. As an emerging market, Vietnam also has a young demographic characters. Indeed, at the average age of only 32 years old, and with about 35% of the population, about one-third of the population, more than one-third of the population under 35 years old, I think is quite ready to embrace the new technology and innovation because of this young population.
Right.
The government itself, the Vietnamese government is currently developing and implementing its digital policy and digital strategy, mainly in the aspects of digital government, digital economy, and digital society, in parallel with the digital environment for business to increase their competitiveness. Ho Chi Minh City itself has targeted to have 100,000 IT businesses registered by 2025. And of course, I told you about Chu Duc City already, which is in their vision of Ho Chi Minh City. Chu Duc City is going to be the digital hub, technology high-tech hub and digital hub of Ho Chi Minh City. Business in Vietnam also can benefit from the 15 FTA free trade agreements that Vietnam has signed with other countries. The latest one being the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement, the RCEP, and also the UK-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement, UK-VFTA, the post-Brexit agreement that Vietnam signed with UK. Of course, Vietnam has already got the EU-Vietnam FTA in place already. So Thai investors or companies in Vietnam coming to Vietnam can benefit from these 15 FTAs that Vietnam has with trading partners around the world. We can also look into the sister city agreement between Ho Chi Minh City and Bangkok. We do have Bangkok and Vietnam are sister city. And there are some texts about this, about promoting, providing favorable conditions and suitable crowd to exchange information and promoting the parties' strong and advantageous areas, especially in trade, investment, education and training, science and technology, culture and tourism, urban planning and development and environment. The friendship agreement between Bangkok and Ho Chi Minh City is there. We at the Consul General has been pushing the Ho Chi Minh City and the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration utilize more of this agreement. So that is another framework that we can use. Of course, Vietnam and Thailand as two countries also have economic agreements that we can still utilize as well. As Thai business coming to Vietnam, we can still utilize the bilateral agreements, trade and in economic matters between the two countries as well. If you are interested for investment in Vietnam, you can look at the renewable energy, like the solar and the wind power, trade in retail, supporting industry, etc. Since the country is now integrating into the global supply chain and becoming production hub for many big companies.
Right, Ho Chi Minh City and southern Vietnam are the high potential markets for Thai businesses, certainly. But first, Thai firms need to know what to keep in mind to set up business there. Do you find this as challenges, or are there any other challenges we have to address regarding doing business in this country?
There are indeed, Kun Wandachai. Well, I have to say to our listeners that yes, indeed, Vietnam is quite attracting if you take a look at them, but there are quite a lot of hidden stories behind the scenes as well. First, consumer behaviors of the Vietnamese people is quite unique. The majority of the people using cash instead of e-wallet or other form of cashless payment in their everyday life. Despite as I told you, despite the government's policy to try to change to the digital economy, the majority of the people still cling to cash. But this trend probably will be changing soon. But unless in the younger generation, this trend will be changing probably soon.
Right.
But in the older generation, probably we still have to give them some more time. The people are also price sensitive, especially those people outside of the urban areas. The consumers are also varied among each area or each region or each city, each province. The northerner, the southerner, Ho Chi Minh City people, Cần Thơ people, the Mekong Delta people, they are not the same. Their behavior, consumption behavior are not the same. So understanding Vietnamese behavior, especially your specific clients, is a crucial factor to the success of your business. Then another challenge is that in Vietnam there are many rules and regulations relating to doing business, especially business coming to do business in Vietnam or in companies coming to Vietnam. These many rules and regulations are also at various levels, from the national law of the land to provincial and other local regulations, and they change quite frequently too. Many laws may involve fine and penalty. So the investor coming to Vietnam have to follow and keep up to date with the laws and regulations, coming up with an unexpected fine or penalty. Third, about the perception. Even though Thai products are generally perceived in a very positive light by the majority of Vietnamese customers due to the high quality and reasonable prices, there are still some negative perceptions pertaining to the Thai businesses in Vietnam. We at the Thai Consulting Bureau therefore encourage the Thai private sector to maintain positive image of Thailand. And of course, we are willing to cooperate with our Thai private sector in doing that. How can we do that? We can do it through CSR projects, through giving back to Vietnamese society, through create a win-win scenario, because certain sector of the population still take a very suspicious look at Thai and other foreign businesses in their country. This is not easy. Those who are facing challenges, supports are here. They are support. They can look for support. They can look for information, for consultation from many organizations located in Vietnam from the Thai side. Of course, at the Thai Consulate General here, we have what we call the Business Information Center, BIC, under the Royal Consulate General. We also have from the Ministry of Commerce of Thailand, the Thai Trade Center in Ho Chi Minh City that can help you. We have the Office of the Board of Investment, BOI, from the BOI in Bangkok, situated in the Royal Thai Embassy in Hanoi, but you can contact them and they can, if you come to Ho Chi Minh City. So those of you who would like to come into Vietnam, you have permission from the Vietnamese authorities concerned first at the local level, meaning that if your company or your partners companies is located in whatever province or the city, that company has to file the request for you and get the permission for you first before you can book the ticket and come in. And after coming in, you have to undergo the quarantine of 21 days. 21 days. But the vaccine passport, including Thai vaccine passport, are not yet recognized by Vietnamese authorities. We have been talking with the Vietnamese government. The Embassy of Thailand in Hanoi and my Consulate General here and my team in Ho Chi Minh City are working very closely together in trying to help Thai communities in Vietnam, in Ho Chi Minh City. Thank you, Khun Wanachai.
All right. Indeed, there's no doubt Vietnam is considered a highly promising market for Thai firms right now. Thank you so much for providing us such comprehensive information about Vietnam and all dimensions regarding relations between Thailand and Vietnam. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Khun Wanachai.
สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับ
The foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA updates.
That was Apirat Sukoncha Pirom Na Pathalung, Consul General at the Royal Thai Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City. He reaffirmed huge business prospects in the southern Vietnam. Several reports indicated that Thailand was among the top 10 foreign investors in Vietnam last year and is now Vietnam's largest trading partner in ASEAN. And that's it for our program this week. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can always find us at Facebook FM 88 Radio Thailand English to see the rest of editions and other English news and content. Or you may want to visit our YouTube channel, MFA Thailand as well. Bye for today. Have a great weekend. สวัสดีครับ
Bangkok's one and only all English news and music station, Radio Thailand FM 88.